Hello there, this is Tadeo and welcome to Let's Animate tutorial. Today I'm going to share to you again how I color my animation in Krita 4.3. I made a simple box animation that was tossed and rolled on the ground. I also drew the box with guidelines as it is the path of the animation. I want to show the box is rolling, so I drew a heart shape with stripe so we know how far it will roll. To color my animation takes more than just 2 layers. There's the layer for the line art, layer for the main color or dominant color, layer for the rest of the color, layer for the shadows, layer for the highlights. Sometimes I add layer for the glows or effect, which I separate on the rendering. I create a layer just below the line art. Whatever color I have should fall below it. Create a blank keyframe that's located in the animation docker. Then create all of the keyframes of the animation. In this version of Krita, it may not have an option to select empty keyframes and create blank keyframes. So you have to create it one by one. One quick way to create few empties: select keyframe, then hold Ctrl key and drag to empty keyframes. Select the layer, then right-click, Group Quick Clipping Group. This will create clipping mask for the colors. Krita may show this in the timeline as default, so you need to right-click to uncheck it, and only the color layers should show. Rename the clipping mask if you like. Make sure the alpha mask is enabled. Select all keyframes of the first layer, then hold Ctrl key, then drag the keyframes above it. Let's duplicate the clipping mask layer by right-clicking. Then choose Duplicate Layer or Mask, or Ctrl J. It is better we rename all of the layers so it's not very confusing. Duplicate again so we have layers for the colors such as shadows and highlights. Once we have the shadow layer, select that layer, turn down the opacity to 50%, then choose Multiply for layer options. We'll do the same for the highlights except for the layers options, which is Screen. There are loads of brushes in Krita, so to be specific, I use Ink 4 Pen Brush 4. On the flat layer, I start coloring around the drawing, making sure there is no gap. Then I use the bucket tool or fill tool to fill the entire drawing. Do this color for the rest of the keyframe. If your color is too bright, make the background color gray, just like I did. On the color layer, make sure alpha channel or clipping mask is turned on. Then color the rest of the keyframes. After you're done with the color on color layer, we'll proceed coloring the shadow. I use dark purple color. Go to the shadow layer and give shapes to your object, just like so. Shadow is not dark enough, you can adjust the layer options slider. Color the highlight just like you color your shadow. Do this to the rest of the frame. Now, since we don't have actual background, we'll just make a drop shadow from the box. Create a new layer outside the group of the colors. Turn down the opacity to 50%. Then choose black color to the shadow using brush tool. Just paint according to your perspective of the light. You can render your animation and the background together or separate. I render my animation using image sequence and export as JPEG for the background. If my background needs transparency, I may need to render in PNG. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I'll see you next time. Cheers!